Hello, I'm Michael, and today I'm talking about bouldering. So, watch and listen. So, bouldering is the name which is used for indoor climbing. Now, indoor climbing is essentially rock climbing, except inside. And obviously, there's not many rocks inside, so instead of rocks, there are walls with climbing holes on them. Climbing holes with which are different shapes and sizes. These have different types and names, and they're positioned on the wall so that you can climb them. And some climbs are more difficult than other climbs, and they're designed this way. So I have been bouldering for probably a year and a half, and I really enjoy this sport. It's it's well, the reasons why I enjoy it. First, it's very good exercise. I'm opposed to going to the gym. I find it boring, but that's a personal opinion. And this using bouldering is a good way for me to get exercise and enjoy myself. Also, it's a very social activity. A lot of young, interesting people take part in bouldering. So it's a good way to meet like-minded people as well. So first, I'm going to show you some of my equipment, and then I'm going to talk you through some of the different holds. And now a hold is the thing you hold onto and climb up. So first, the most important thing is my climbing shoe. So what makes these different from regular shoes? Several things. First, the material, then the shape, and lastly, the fit. So these shoes are made from rubber. The sole, the bottom of the shoe, is made from rubber. It's made from rubber because it's durable, flexible, and it has very good grip, so you can stick onto the holes and the wall better. Number two is the shape. Yeah, I think you can see it has a slight bend in the middle. So the front, where the toes go, points down very slightly. The reason for this is so you can better stand on small holes and fit your toes into small cracks in the wall. So that's why it's shaped like that. And lastly, the fit. So climbing shoes are very, very tight. There's not much space. So when I put my foot in here, my toes come right to the end and even bend slightly. It's quite uncomfortable and it takes some time to get used to. But I'm not 100% sure why, but I think it's to do with control and also feel. So it helps you feel with your feet, feel the holes in the wall, and feel the type of fit you have in a hold, and it just gives you more control over your foot movement. So yeah, and these are Velcro as well. I bought Velcro because it's quicker than laces, because I like to take them off after I climb, because they're quite uncomfortable, to give my feet a rest. So that's my shoe. Now, chalk bag, chalk ball. Chalk bag, chalk ball, bag ball. Chalk bag is to hold your chalk ball. That's all. There's a strap to wrap around your waist when you climb, if you want to. For example, if it's on your back and your hands are there's moisture on your fingers, which will loosen your grip and make it slippy, you can put your hand in your bag and get some chalk on your fingers. So that's what that's for. Chalk ball. You can also buy loose chalk and liquid chalk. Liquid chalk. I've never used it. Chalk ball, I like this because it's easy to handle. You put it in your bag, and then the chalk, you squeeze it and the chalk comes off onto your hand. And the reason you use chalk is because it dries your hands and provides better grip on the wall, so a higher amount of friction. And it's very important when you're climbing. You don't want to slip off a hold. Okay, that's my equipment. Now I'm going to talk about the different types of holds. So the first type of hold I want to tell you about is called a jug. So jugs are very large holds. They're quite easy to hold on to. So they're big and they often have a slope like that, and it's easy to hold onto and to fit your hand in. And that gives you really good grip, and it's very secure, so you can hang off this all day if you're strong enough, which I am not. So jugs are probably the easiest holds. Next is a sloper. Slopers are a little bit more difficult than jugs. Slopers don't have this lip, and they often don't have an edge. They're kind of shaped like that, like a slope. So you can hold on, but like before, when you could grip with your fingers, now not so much grip. You have to be quite strong to hold on to these. The most important thing with slopers is to get very large surface area grip that creates higher friction. So try to get as much of your hand as possible on the hold, on the sloper, and this will give you better grip. These are quite difficult, and they're usually in more difficult climbs. The next hold is called a pocket hold. Now these are what they sound like. They're holds, and they have holes in them, holes which are like pockets you put your hands into, except these holes you put your fingers in. 1, 2, maybe 3. You put them in the pocket, and that gives you enough grip to hang off of, or even pull yourself up if you're strong enough. which I am sometimes. I'm quite strong. My hands are quite strong, so I'm quite good at pocket holds. Better at pocket holds than slopers. I don't know why. Maybe technique. Maybe I don't have the right technique. So the next hold is a pincher. Pincher. Pinch. So usually they are quite narrow, and what you do, so if this is the hold, what you do is, well, what I do, you put your thumb on one side and as many fingers as you can on the other, and you pinch as hard as you can, and that's where the grip comes from. So you hold on like that, and you can hang off these, you can pull yourself up. Pincher holds, easy. So next is a crimp hold. Now crimps are quite small and thin, and the idea, so if that's a crimp, this is the wall, that's the crimp, quite small. You hold on like that with your fingertips, as many fingers as you possibly can get on, and you hold on, and that's where you get your grip, in your fingertips, like that. So they're all the holds. Well, they're most of the holds, there's a few more. And the difficulty of the climb depends on the type of holds and also where they are positioned. And now I've been talking about how you hold the holds with your hands, but also your feet come into play as well. So your footwork, so where your feet are and how you move your feet, is very important. So obviously if you have a pocket hold and there's a small hole in the hold, the toe is quite pointy. So maybe you want to fit your toe into the pocket, and that gives you your grip. Maybe, if you're good enough. Okay, that's everything about bouldering for now. I might talk more about bouldering in the future because I really like this sport and there's a lot to talk about. So if you're interested and you want to know more, comment below. Okay, so thank you for listening and for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!